and obviously the first turning point was in '87 when the World Bank hired us to manage a $5 million bond account. That was like, wow, the World Bank, Hilda Ochoa. And so that's now you have your first account, right? That's the hardest one. I think another really important one was when Rusty Olson in 1991. Rusty Olson was at Kodak, and he's a legend in the pension industry, a pioneer and a legend. And we had talked to Rusty about managing money, and he did not want to use bonds at all. And we did mostly bonds. He did, but he sent us a fax on Friday afternoon, and he said, in my portfolio, I feel good about my diversification, but if we have a deflationary depression, everything's going to go down together. So I'm thinking that if I put a lesser amount of money, let's call it $100 million in bonds with a 25-year duration, that I'll get the price action of $500 million for the capital outlay of $100 million. What do you guys think about that idea? And so when we got that request, Ray basically said, Monday morning, we are going to send him an answer where he stands up and applauds. And we started on Friday afternoon. We worked all day, all night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. We come in Monday morning. We literally went back and we studied. We pulled data from the Federal Reserve bulletins on railroad bond yields back to the 1860s. This is before you could pull data from all kinds of places. So we're punching in bond yields from the 1860s, railroad bond yields, yield curves to show how, these things relate to one another. And so we come in on Monday morning and we kind of look at what we had and we're like, this really sucks. So I'm going to have to tell Rusty that it's not going to be Monday morning. But then we did work on it. And I would say maybe a couple of weeks later, we sent him a study that is still the gold standard of all studies. And in fact, I hand it out to people when they start, to say, this is the gold standard. And a lot of those concepts that we embedded in there are things that, became practically, industries and different, things that became commonplace in a sense, right? But they are totally